What is going on, Candy fam? My name is Nate. I brought David with me. This is Talking Candy, and we've got a bunch to cover here. We've got a bunch of pack drops. We've got new challenges, and as many of you are likely here for, we're going to be breaking some Showstoppers packs along with some Play of the Week packs. But we wanted to do an update too, because we haven't done one in a little bit, and there's a lot to talk about. So, David, how you doing?
Doing good, Nate. It's been a while since we've gone into depth about any of the week-to-week happenings at Candy. Can't wait to get into it.
It has indeed. It has indeed. We've taken a slightly different approach this year with our videos, but we like to jump in when things have built up to a point where we feel like there's enough worth talking about, and we've certainly hit that point. So like I said, we are going to do the Showstoppers and the Play of the Week break at the end, but first we are going to talk about the madness that has been the Showstoppers packs on the Aftermarket secondary. Going to talk about team packs, the new Play of the Week design, which we've touched on a little bit in the past. We're going to talk about this month in baseball packs, as well as the Candy League challenges. And as always, if you haven't liked and subscribed already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, super helpful. See a bunch of people in here already. OBR, first live stream. Muntner's in here. Lincoln, what's going on, Lincoln? Jake Baker, Bacon Stash, Jen Rex, all the regulars, and some new ones with OBR making it in here. Appreciate you guys being here. 16 people in here so far. Yeah, so let's, what would you like to start with, David? Should we go in chronological? You want to talk Showstoppers right at the top a little bit?
Showstoppers first seems good,
Okay.
and I just can't get over how validating Showstoppers has been for what happens when Candy scales the mint counts appropriately. You give us mint counts of 140, and even though it's 43 players that we've seen already and that we're going to see again, the demand is still there. And it's those mint counts that's driving it. It's not having 300 or 400 of the least rare value or the least rare rarity, having just 100 and just 40, and all the difference in the world.
Absolutely, 100%. It feels that we have gone back to those original 2021 packs with how this has all felt. And here, let me flip it over to the screen share here. What's going on, Quicklime? So, as you can see, we had this month in baseball drop today. We'll get to that. The plays of the week, we are a few iterations in now. We're week 3 is on sale. The team packs, we'll get to that as well, and the Candy League, but the Showstoppers are what we're referring to right now. You can see the cards on the screen. First of all, they're gorgeous, you know, which is subjective, but I personally love these cards. And like you said, they shifted back to scarcity, and it's working. I also know that there are some one-on-ones of big names that have caused an additional spike, which we're going to get into. But even at that, I don't think that, you know, that's just one element, one factor that has kind of led to us being in this position. So let's jump into Marketplace here. These Showstoppers packs were sold for $43 a pack, and as you can see, there were 2,021 of them. So $43 a pack, and you can see right now the floor is 240. Here, let me hide hide this here real quick. There we go. So they took off and spiked all the way up to 300. We've settled back in around 250, which is where I actually kind of just thought they were going to settle in. So we saw a few sales after that, but then we settled back in with some new listings. But like you said, there are only 100 rares, and there are only 40 epics, or 40 epics, 35 epics. Can't remember off the top of my head. 40. Yeah, it's 40. So it's just desirable to own something that's cool of a good player that not everybody can have. It's just not a possibility. Whereas in the past, we had mint counts, to your point, that with the given market or the given user base that we have, everybody could have one. Everybody could have a rare leadoff of whoever they wanted because there's just plenty available, and that just simply isn't the case here. So I don't know, is there anything else that you particularly observed about the movement or conversation?
I mean, it wasn't expected. I mean, even going in, I knew that the mint count was good, but that alone still doesn't quite explain what we saw with this 5x pack price. And if we're going to be fair, there are some things that could use improving. I saw some criticism. The design is great, but the design also doesn't take up very much of the screen when you actually zoom into the asset.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're watching the play, you end up having a lot of filler space around what's happening with the asset itself. And it is the fact that these 43 players are the same players that you're going to end up seeing in the in previous all-star sets, in future all-star sets. So it's, there's some redundancy to this, but it's done so well in spite of that. And I think, I think the more we see drops with additions of this size, the healthier the marketplace is going to continue to be, and the happier people are going to be actually picking up these kinds of packs.
Mm-hmm. The redundancy is a good point. I think that is, to me, it's that we just haven't reached the point with Candy existing long enough that it's not just like, well, yeah, that's what baseball cards are. Because in reality, that's what baseball cards are. Every year there's J-Rod, every year there's Trout, every year there's Acuna. They're going to be there every year, and there's going to be a lot of them. And so if that's a problem for you, then it's not what you should be collecting. And it comes back to what we've talked about so much before, which is that, yes, there are plays that you can make on speculation about things that will increase in value, guys who do particularly well on the field, rookie cards, things of that nature. But for the most part, you got to collect stuff that you like, because there is a lot of availability. There are a lot of different Trout cards at this point. It doesn't mean that that's necessarily a bad thing. They're going to keep making Trout cards because people want to collect Trout. But if you want something that's scarce and rare and valuable, then you're going to have to pay up for one of those top tier Trout cards, et cetera, et cetera. So one other thing, it's funny that you say that there's a lot of dead space in here, because again, back to what I said about it being subjective, I love it. I don't mind it at all. I think that this design is the individual asset that I always enjoyed the most on the other cards. So like even within the leadoff series, etc., that shimmy file where this card is sitting here with a cool background and a nice base, I just enjoy that part of the asset the most. So to me, it didn't even strike me. I liked that the video was kind of just built into this icon shimmying back and forth, and I didn't have an issue with it, but I can totally see the opposite opinion. I also wanted to call out Bacon Stash made the point that these packs also had the iconic passes, which are those purple bars here. I'll pull one up here.
Right, I just saw that comment as well, and it is a great point. And already with the first drop, we're seeing those iconic passes kind of pull their weight, because we weren't sure across the course of the year how much value they would get. But iconic pass holders got one of every team pack, $150 value.
Really? I didn't realize they got one of each team pack. That's pretty cool. Very cool. Yeah, so these are the iconic passes. There are 23 of them spread across the Showstoppers packs, and there are 2 that remain wrapped. Most of these packs have been opened at this point. There's only about 300 left out of the 2,000. And as you can see, they are selling, and they're selling for a good chunk of change. They're all moving for right around $1,000, which we had some speculation. First one went for $1,200, and now it's really settled to a consistent $900 to $1,000 across the board. And it's even a little bit higher than I think we expected, but we also had to speculate on exactly what it was going to get you. We didn't know if it was going to get you one of every team pack or things of that nature. So Candy making good on these passes, making it a desirable thing to hold, and it also just looks so cool. Always love having. It's very similar to the gold World Series tokens that were launched with the leadoff series last year. King Yao says 900 is a steal. King Yao was one of the ones we were talking with about this. I think we were all unsure if 900 was a good place to be. Thought that maybe they'd move somewhere around 700, but having access to pack drops that we don't exactly know what the demand is going to be, how valuable, it's cool to just have cool to be tapped in to each drop and know that you're going to get that ahead of time. What else we got in here? Brandon Lee's in here. Best drop. Brandon Lee says Showstoppers is the best drop by far. You can get them before they're gone. They are gone, my friend. They are very gone. So yeah, I mean, it's to bring it all full circle to what you said at the top. This is what happens when we get the drop design correct. And yes, there are some 101s that are still out there that maybe drove these packs to go, to the level that they went to on Aftermarket. But I think they get to 200 easy on their own, even without that, because there is a good, there is a good chance, a good potential for hitting 101s just on the odds from the basic packs alone, even before we knew that guys like Trout and Ohtani and Mookie were unpulled. And then you have a bunch of desirable players and desirable mint counts that make it something that you're pumped to have one, knowing that not everybody can have one. So I don't know, is there anything else that you wanted to put a bookend on Showstoppers before we move on to another drop?
It's probably worth mentioning that going into the drop, we weren't sure how chaotic the drop itself was going to be. There was talk of not having particular limits on packs, not having cooldowns between purchases, and so there was a lot of kind of fear going into that Showstopper drop. And fortunately, Candy was able to, at the last minute, give us a 5 transaction per transaction limit and give us a 3-minute cooldown. And so I think it's not as, it could have been a lot worse, especially when we've seen how successful it wound up being. I think a lot more people ended up with the Showstopper packs as a result of those changes. Now, hopefully moving forward, we won't need to be clamoring for those kind of common sense measures ahead of time. They'll just be built into the drop. But it's worth noting that there were some fears going in, and they were able to alleviate those, albeit at the last minute.
Yeah, it's a good point. And, I think that I'm sure that Candy is trying to figure out, what constitutes a sellout, what doesn't, and they're recalibrating their mental process as well. It seemed like an obvious miss, but they did adjust based on community feedback, and it was appreciated. And to your point, I think that the drop was better because of it. We ended up with a lot more people with a few packs each in their hands, and that was certainly a good thing. So we'll leave that there, and we will break 3 of these in about, let's call it 50 minutes from now. So that's coming. 3 of those to be broken with a epic Matt Olson being used as skunk protection. So let's go to team packs here next. Go back to the drops here. So these are the team packs. These are what the team cards look like. They actually look really cool in my opinion. They look very similar to baseball cards. Not the typical Candy video asset that we're used to. Not that you usually get a video with cores anyway, but it's just a little bit different. And these are going to be used in the Code Breakers game, which is set to launch next week. And the way that these packs are being distributed are by team. And each pack, I should say, is $5. There are 3,333 of each team. And nothing has sold out yet, not that it was expected to. These are a cheap entry into getting game pieces for this particular Code Breakers game. It's not a icon that I would recommend investing in, if you want to use that term. It's something to have fun with. It's a cool design. There's a game behind it. We don't exactly know what it's going to look like yet. Were you able to test it? I did not end up doing the beta test of Code Breakers. Did you test it, David?
I didn't join that. As most people know, I get pretty busy around this time of year, so I didn't have time to be doing above and beyond with some of that extra beta testing. I only know that it's supposed to, and they gave us a little more information about how it's going to work, but it's kind of Wordle like, and they're going to either have like easy challenges where they give us like criteria for what the correct answers are going to be. They're going to have like a medium challenge where they give us less of a hint, and I guess we use these cores, these team pack icons, to submit our answer, and then it'll spit out if we were right or wrong. And from those guesses, we can kind of narrow down. Like if we guess someone from the Mets and it's wrong, then we know that the correct answer isn't on the Mets. And so you can kind of narrow down the team, narrow down different aspects, and go from there. And then there's the hardest challenge where they don't give you anything at all, and you're just guessing wildly, but using that feedback from missed guesses to hone in on who the correct guess is for that particular challenge. That's my understanding, anyways. It may end up being different in implementation, and I don't know if we have a guess limit. I don't know how important it's going to be to work with other people, because if there is a limit on guesses, then you could have 5 or 10 people working together to combine their information to get that correct answer together.
Yep, that's my understanding as well. And like you said, we'll have to see the exact details, but it seems like a good community engagement tool, something that people will be able to talk about, and it's a cheap entry point, and you need that. You need a combination of assets, and even at a cheap entry point, I think that they look pretty damn cool. So they're still a fun collectible to have in your collection. And we still don't know if these are going to be baked into the Series 1, Series 2. You and I have speculated that these could be the cores of those, and then Series 1, Series 2 could be Uncommon Plus. Total speculation, not sure, but if we go off of that, we're still getting cores out of 1,000 as opposed to 2,700 last year. So still much lower mint count, and in the long run could be something that is more desirable to own. But for now, these are meant to be purchased to play the game, and that's how they should be purchased, in my opinion. King Yao says the important part of Code Breakers, to me, first 50 on each challenge gets a pack. Packs include 70 icons of the top 50 stars. I'm not fully understanding what he's saying there, but it sounded like you were about to make a point as well.
It sounds like the fastest people to correctly answer that challenge, whether it's a weekly or daily thing, will be getting pack rewards.
Gotcha. Okay.
But then the mechanics still are relevant. It's like, can you just rapid fire guess and get your own feedback, and it's a race to the finish? Or what kind of limits or hindrances do they have in that process? Because it could go really quickly if there's no guess limits, and then as soon as one person getting the correct answer, word could spread, right? And that could be the first 50 finishers done like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then there would presumably still be, the campaign points available for other finishers who weren't the 50 fastest. I do like that, though, as a tool to keep people regularly involved and engaged. It's nice. Even with the other campaigns or challenges, which we're going to be getting into, I like that you have to opt into them. So that way someone who already has every single asset isn't just collecting rewards passively. They still have to be engaged with their collection. They still have to show up and press the opt-in button just like everyone else.
Yeah, which is definitely a good thing. We need things that drive people back to the website, and that's good for everybody. So even if an individual collector feels like they should be able to passively collect the rewards, I think that if we look at this as a community, we want there to be a system here that drives activity back towards the website, back towards the excitement of looking at your collection and proactively engaging with it. So anything like that is a move in the right direction. It will lead to some missed challenges, but that's kind of the point. So I think that that's okay. The Jimp asked, do we hold the team icons or burn them? We haven't heard anything about burning. I would not assume any type of burn. You just submit them as the answer. I do not think that you're going to lose those. I could be wrong, but we haven't heard any terminology used with when it comes to burning.
Genrex followed up to say no burning, and he was one of the beta testers.
Okay.
So at least the beta test didn't involve burning. But there have been like admin posts on the Candy Discord that there will be some burning challenges in addition to the collecting ones, but nothing related to code breakers. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see when those arrive.
Cool. All right, let's migrate over to Play of the Week and this month in baseball. Probably not a super long conversation. We'll just touch on what the new design is, which I think is great. And then from there we can move into talking about the other challenges, the Candy League challenges that are going on. So this month in baseball dropped today, and that's focused on historical moments, historical plays. But the traditional play of the day that we were used to getting last year has been shifted from a daily open mint play of the day to a weekly pack drop, where your play of the week pack will have 2 moments in it, and there are 10 possible moments that you could receive. So, for example, the packs that are on sale right now include Andrew Heaney's 9 Ks, Ryan Mountcastle's 9 RBIs, Mike Trout's 300th double, Volpe's first career home run. Those are the cores from last week. The uncommons included Arias's cycle, Taj Bradley's debut, Adley's walk-off home run. And then it's when you get to the rares and the epics that are really driving the excitement around these packs that I think made these just that much more interesting compared to an open mint, which is the rares out of 35. Last week was Jordan Walker's 12-game hitting streak and Ohtani's franchise pitching record. And then the epics out of 10. Last week, Tampa Bay tied the MLB winning streak, and that is the epic out of 10. So the way that this is designed is awesome in my opinion. I like that they added rarities. I like that they added packs. It just created a more exciting system, I think. That being said, still very much at the mercy of the plays that they have to work with that week. So any given week, there are 848 of these released each week. The first 2 weeks sold out quickly within minutes. This week 3 is still sitting here on Wednesday. They were released on Monday. These release every Monday. So it's going to be driven by the play. If we have a huge debut, if we have a really, really cool, whether it's a no-hitter from a big pitcher, Ohtani doing something huge, anything of that nature, that is going to drive a sellout and is going to drive more activity. Whereas it seems that, given what is here, people just aren't buying in too huge on it. Tampa Bay, not a huge fan base. There's also not an enormous user base in Candy. So it's all fragmented out by team. And I guess there just wasn't quite that hype to buy these packs at retail in the onset right now. There's also been a ton of different pack drops. People could be a little bit overextended. But what I'm getting at here, which you and I talked about right before we went live, is the cool element that they've added to this is that these packs, these play of the week packs, are only available for 1 week. So come next Monday, when the next play of the week packs come out, the week prior, anything that hasn't been sold is gone forever, burned, and those mint counts remain whatever had been sold. So we've seen this in the past with open mint. It's similar in that way, where the, in theory, less desirable packs will ultimately become the most limited. And who knows what happens? Maybe Volpe has an unbelievable year, and even as a core, that Volpe first career home run becomes something that people come back to, knowing that there's not actually 284 of them. Maybe there's 140 of them because only half the pack sold. So I talked a lot there. Toss it over to you and hear what you have to say about it, David.
Well, the big point that you just hit on was the burn after a week. That's going to tell us a lot. Now, it does mean, though, that there's some delayed feedback on whether or not these packs have or will hold value, because we're going to have a whole week of them being available before we know if any are being burned or how many, and how that's going to affect the long-term mint counts. Personally, I wish they'd maybe fine-tuned the mint counts on core and uncommon to be a little less, maybe half of what they are, like 150 and 80 instead of 280 and 160. I understand packs have to have some filler, but some of these are impressive moments in their own right, and they're just, it feels like there's packs that have 10 moments in them, but really just 3 that you're generally going to care about. We haven't seen too many examples of even uncommons from previous weeks maintaining like a strong value. I mean, there is the Trout Otani home run from week 1 that's done pretty well, but none of the cores are really, you know, enough to be excited about. And if you want a particular core, then you would never buy a pack for it, because you're going to be just as well off just waiting for someone else to open a pack and sell their spare to you for $1 or $2. And so, if there's an impressive core, you're just getting it on the marketplace. And if there's a rare or an epic that you really want, you're most likely going to end up with a lot of duplicate of the other stuff before you hit it. Now, as we see what these burns look like at the end of a week, if we end up with weeks where only half the packs sell or less, then retroactively those sales are going to become a lot more important and those moments a lot more rare. It's that lag time, that week delay of feedback that's going to make it difficult to keep track of. And there's just going to be like specific important ones that in retrospect will become the most valuable.
For sure. I mean, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. We're in a calibration period right now. So the first week of packs came out, they sold out in a matter of minutes. That was going to happen no matter what. They could have been the worst plays ever. That was going to happen. It was the first one. Second one sold out just a little bit slower. It took like 5 minutes and sold everything out. Now this third one, I don't know where we're at. Let's see if we can extrapolate a little bit here just based on what we see listed. Oops, wrong thing here. So also they just added these improved thumbnails, which was appreciated, which added which week it is on it. So week 3 here, only 10 sold and 12 for sale. The highest edition sold 173. This is not a perfect science. Do not use this as a end all be all. But okay, so here we go. For sale, number 661. So we're not far off from a sellout here. Not far off. So it could very well happen. I think that what's going to happen is that we're going to have weeks that don't sell out, and then we're going to see the opposite end of the spectrum where, okay, we know what it looks like for cores to drop all the way down to 50 cents, $1. But then we're also going to see, like you said, a week where it doesn't sell out, it gets burned on a pretty high volume, and there ends up being a card, whether it be a play, whether it be a core or an uncommon, that people are like, oh, I want that. And then the floor disappears quickly because there's nothing to backfill it. So I think it's just going to take some time. And I think that we're going to have a much more interesting conversation around this at the end of May, when we've seen 8 weeks of it pass and we've got a bigger body of work and some specific, moments, plays to look at and be like, okay, that drove sales here, that, stunted sales here. And then we'll have a better picture of how people are engaging with these packs. But overall, my opinion anyway, and I think yours is shared, is that this is not that last year's design was bad. I think, the play of the day was a great core product from the get-go. But I think that they improved upon it, and it's cool to see. Any other thoughts on this?
The one counterpoint versus last year is now it's next to impossible to get them all, particularly at a reasonable price point. Now, because last year it's just $15 a day, you budget it, you make it happen, you just show up during the 24 hours and you get one no matter what. Now you'd have to buy 5 packs, $100, so it's about the same price, but you'd also have to get perfect luck. You'd have to pull an epic, you'd have to pull both rares, Everything else can be found on the marketplace, typically for less than the cost of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not going to happen. And we've seen epics sell, upwards of $500, $600, $700. So that's going to be, either ripping a lot of packs to find one, or buying one lot secondary. They're just not as available, and maybe they shouldn't be, because open mint has its own downsides. But if we're playing counterpoint, I liked that it was a moment that everyone had the potential to have, and for better or for worse, that's not possible anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's subjective. That's a great point. You can make an argument for both sides. There is something nice about everybody being able to own a moment that they think is cool at an affordable price and not worry about aftermarket value. At the same time, it's nice that there's now a design where a truly special moment will be limited, and it will be scarce. It'll be hard to find. So you can make an argument for both. It depends on the type of collector that you are, and I think it's a cool conversation to have. Either way, I think that it's a good product, and yeah, just kind of comes down to opinion. So good points across the board. Let's talk about this month in baseball. These are, similar to the play of the days. They're in the same family, we'll call it. But we've got different odds on these, and here I'll pull up the checklist as well. So this is the checklist of this month in baseball packs that launched today, which what do these have? 4 highlights each. 4 highlights per pack. As you can see, the core, you're gonna probably get 3 cores in a pack, and then a 4th uncommon. That is the most likely outcome here. But if you don't get that uncommon, you've got a 3 in 50 chance of hitting a rare and a 3 in 500 chance of hitting an epic. So the epic is very similar to hunting a Lego in that nature. It's a pretty big long shot, but it's also because it's one of the coolest plays. So what we've got here for the rares and epics in this one, and again, these are out of 35 and 10, but we've got for the 3 rares, Acuna's first career home run, you've got Vladdy's first career hit, and Bryce Harper's first career hit, and then for the epic, you've got Ohtani's first career home run. So these are plays that happened in the past before Candy was around, and they're now tapping into some old classic plays, somewhere in between. We're also going to get truly vintage stuff next month because they're going to alternate. We can touch on that as well. But these are very tough to get because you've got a substantially higher number of cores and uncommons. But this is it's the play of the week packs done in a historical nature. So what are your thoughts on this one, David?
I mean, it's very much like the play of the week. It follows that formula, or the new play of the week style follows the formula pretty much exactly. One thing that isn't clear right off is that Candy selects most of these plays. I think 24 out of the 25 handpicked by Candy, and then they do have a community vote for that final play to be included. So we got to vote to include. Which one was it here?
Stanton's all-time
Stanton's, exactly. So it was just one of the cores, but there were a few options probably of plays that were just kind of on the cusp of being included. And so it's nice that kind of the community feedback was able to determine which one of those got included. It was a little almost demoralizing when we saw the choices at first, because the 3 choices didn't seem like the most amazing plays. But then in retrospect, we now realize that, they pick really great plays. And then for the ones that are kind of borderline, we get to have a say in that. So we weren't picking from necessarily the cream of the crop there, which had already been selected. And then, you mentioned they're going to alternate months. So next month is going to be retired players. And then the week after that, active players. We're going to have to see just what sort of, because they've definitely talked about how they have a wide range of access to these vintage plays. And so next month, we're going to see exactly what that means. Um, my question long term, though, is what is this going to look like next year in April? Or if next year it's retired players from April, then the year after that, if we're back to active players, it's like at some point, do we kind of pump the well dry by picking the best plays from each month and then run out of the best plays because they were included a year or two before? I might be worrying over nothing. There might be more than enough to fill packs like these well into the future. Um, but that's something that I get concerned about because, there's only going to be so many of the truly top tier plays to pick from.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. I think that there are a lot of plays, and I also think that it's the kind of thing where maybe they do this for a couple of years, few years, and then they move on to something else. But right now it's cool. Right now there's plenty to pull from, and I think that people enjoy the historic nature of baseball, and I personally love that the obvious route with these was to go truly historic, like Hall of Famers, stuff like that. I like the way that they're alternating in some more recent history, getting these Vlad, Otani, Acuna, Trout, stuff like that of, stuff that happened in the recent past. It's nice because digital collectibles are new. Candy is new. Baseball NFTs, baseball digital collectibles are new. So being able to tap into some of the stuff that we've missed over the last decade by having it be new technology it's a nice thing to have. So I like that they're doing it, and we'll see what it ends up looking like if we do get a few more years into this product and what those historic moments look like. But I would imagine that as we keep getting new years of baseball passing, there will be more and more stuff that pops up that we can tap back into. So cool design, and I like the wooden play box, or whatever you want to call this, as well. A nice little alteration to a product that is, like I said, it's in the same family, but just giving it its own flavor. So, all right, that's this month in baseball. Let's talk about the Candy League challenges, and then we are just about 15 minutes away from jumping into the pack breaks. Like I said at the top, we've got 3 Showstoppers packs that we'll be ripping, along with a Matt Olson Epic that'll be the giveaway for skunk protection. We've got a mega pack to give away as a break as well for everybody that's watching here live. We'll have the chance to enter, and then we will be opening 10 of week 2 play of the week packs as well. So that'll all start right around 8 Eastern, about 15 minutes from now. But appreciate everybody that's here right now. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that. Let's jump into the Candy League, 2023 Candy League. So basically, Bacon Stash was at Vlad's game. That's awesome. Cool to be at plays that you can now own as Candy. I've got a handful that are particularly special to me because I was there as well. So Candy League could also be called collection challenges or candy campaigns. It's been called a few different things. I call them collection challenges because that's what they are. But the league is a nod to the fact that we do have, or we are going to have leaderboards, both for each individual month, because that's how the campaigns are broken out. But then also there will be an accumulation over time of those leaderboards and the aggregate over the course of the season. So don't have any points on the Talking Candy account here, but basically the way that this is broken out is that we have monthly challenges that 100 points. Monthly challenges that are going to sit there for the entire month. This month they started with 3 full sets. It was the 2022 Uncut Diamonds, the 2022 Hall of Fame, and the 2022 All-Star set. If you had that full set, or if you chose to complete it once finding out this was a challenge, you would get 100 points for each of those, which would help you clear the first tier, which I believe is 125 points. Yep. And then I think it's 500. Yeah, so here we go. Tier 1, 125 points. Tier 2, 500 points. But in addition to those 3 full sets, that would get you 100 points each and that will not refresh throughout the course of this month. We are also getting weekly challenges that populate every Friday, in addition to flash challenges that last for 24 hours. And what we've seen so far is people participating. We've seen market movement. We've seen, let's see, what do we got right here? I think these are the All-Stars. So this week you needed to have 2 of the potential MVP candidates, which Candy decided who those were. You could argue if they got them all or if certain ones should have been involved. Little preemptive on J-Rod, but he's got the stuff. But Judge, Soto, J-Rod, Trout, Mookie, Goldschmidt, Acuna, Ohtani, Vlad, and Yordan. If you had a rare or better of 2 of these guys, you could satisfy this 75-point challenge. And I'm not sure, I don't think it's been 75 points for every weekly challenge. I think they've ranged between 50 and 100. Is that accurate? I know that the Chaser
right,
one
we've
was
seen a
100.
range. Was the first one 100 or was that only 50?
No, I think the Chaser was a full 100.
Okay, so I think maybe the first one was 50, which was the World Baseball Classic
Yep.
players, and then the next week was having at least one chaser for 100, and then now this one, the MVP candidates for 75. And it's nice that we're going to see some variance. Hopefully they do a good job of keeping the points in line with just how difficult these or achievable these end up being. But yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, it's not a ton to talk about. This is going to be something that we need to see the conclusion of a campaign to really take a look at it, what the rewards were. But the early observation is that there is market movement caused by it. So whether you're somebody that is excited to jump into a given challenge, or maybe you only have one piece and you don't feel like spending the money to complete the challenge, you're going to get liquidity instead. So if you're not particularly attached to that collectible, we now have some events that are causing liquidity and even an appreciation in a small window that could allow you to make a sale to somebody that was looking to complete the challenge. So 2 sides to that coin. No right or wrong answer, but it's generating activity on the website. It's giving people a reason to show up and pay attention. It's adding value to the collections that have been accumulated over the last year and a half, and it's creating an environment where there's market activity, and all of those things are good signs. Whether or not it ultimately turns into something that people continue to enjoy, continue to create market activity, continue to buy into, that will come down to what those prizes look like and what those leaderboards are, and just that overall experience, which is all TBD. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But for now, it seems to be off to a nice start, and I think I'll just leave it at that. I don't know if there's anything in particular else you got on that.
Regarding the prizes, we do know what the tier 1 and tier 2 pricing is going to look like. It's going to be a pack, or an even better pack for tier 1 and tier 2 that will contain the that month's player of the month or that month's players of the week from the previous month. But the pack will contain a couple of each, or it will contain a couple possibilities, and you have better chance for higher rarity if you have that tier 2 pack instead of the tier 1 pack. And so that's at least the base level reward that we know about. As far as the monthly or season long leaderboards, we're still waiting to see those leaderboards be finalized and materialize. If there's going to be additional giveaways, and I think they've teased maybe like real life prizes or things like that, then we'll see how much of an impact that has. But as far as like the base level tier 1 and tier 2, at least starting out, it's going to be NFTs, the digital digital moments from the players of the week and player of the month for that particular campaign's month.
Yeah, and we did just see Candy for the first time run a giveaway that included Candy Balance, which I thought was really intriguing. It was a Twitter giveaway. I don't even know if that came to fruition yet, but it was, I believe, $200 in candy balance, and I don't even remember what it was for, but it was very intriguing that that's a route that they apparently can go, and not one that we had seen through the first year and a half, and I think one that will definitely catch people's attention because there's something really nice about getting it. It's kind of like a gift card, right? It's not cash. They're more likely to use it in the shop, not that they can't withdraw it if they want to, but then you get to go get exactly what you want. And $200 is no small chunk of change in the candy marketplace. You get a really nice collectible for that, or a bunch of, smaller collectibles. So
A bunch of bad ones.
yeah, a bunch of bad ones. No, everything's relative, but I've got a bunch of Red Sox collectibles that would be undesirable to a lot of people, but that I love, and I don't care what the value is. So for $200, you go get a whole lot of those. So it just depends on your style of collecting. But I think that implementing cash prizes, things that allow people to go buy what they want are a really cool element. And I also really hope that we, sooner rather than later, get into team leaderboards, player leaderboards, things of that nature. We've talked about it before. It's not a hot take. It's something the community's wanted for a long time. But I think we'll just generate so much more collecting, right? Like, I've got a nice little Red Sox stash, stockpile stashed away. I would love to know who else is doing that. I would love to be able to have conversations with those other collectors that, have similar collections, have similar appreciation. And I think that you'll get those little, you've got your sub channels in Discord for the different teams, but having a true leaderboard to look at and to really show off the things that make this is a collectibles company. It's not fantasy baseball. It's a collectible company. And if that's what it is, then we got to keep doubling down on collections, community, trading, offers, interacting. That's the stuff Candy needs to be doubling down on, because that's the stuff that makes collecting. That's what makes it fun. So the fact that we can't trade yet, I hate that. We're way overdue. The fact that we can't send messages and offers to people on stale listings is brutal. We are stunting the marketplace. There are these listings that just sit out there of people that aren't paying attention, and there are collectors that want those collectibles. And if there was some way to interact, and I know that the immediate pushback on being able to trade is that Candy loses out on their 5% marketplace fee. That's so fixable, right? Just take an average of the last 10 sales or whatever you want to do and throw a fee on based on that, and Candy still makes their money. So it's a silly pushback for something that needs to be there if the focus is a collectibles company. And I think that these campaign challenges are a great move in terms of allowing people to appreciate and enjoy their collections. And I think that there's a lot more to be done that will make this that much better if being a collectible company is the focus, which at this point we know that is the focus. So those are my thoughts on that. I don't know if you have any closing thoughts yourself.
Some closing thoughts. I appreciate that not all of these challenges are core or above. We've seen some limited to uncommon or above. And I wanted to mention, that one was the Uncut Diamonds players, specific ones that had to be uncommon or above.
Yep.
And so that kind of ties in with that monthly challenge for the full Uncut Diamond set. Sure, while you were chasing that set, you could have just gone out and bought all the cores and had that monthly set done. But for anyone who decided to collect a higher rarity, some people might have been knocking out uncommons for some of these players before they even needed them. And so by going for that higher rarity, they put themselves in a winning position to have an asset that's more likely to be used multiple times versus the cores that we might only ever see as part of these full set challenges and less as part of these weekly or daily challenges that may tend to require a higher rarity. I loved everything you said about the team leaderboards. I need to find out just how high on the Giants leaderboard my collection ranks. And I need to see who's at the top of the Dodgers leaderboard so I know who to avoid. It's just as important. Mm-hmm. But it's just that those elements would be great additions. And as you said, everything else with interacting with the marketplace. There's a lot that can still be done. But it's still, I mean, we look back to last January. We've come so far already, but can't stop there. Got to keep improving.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna bring up one more thing that is continuing to chat me, because a couple people just said it in chat. Where are the badges? Why don't we have badges yet? It's crazy. Now, I know that they've stated that they want to get it right because it's a big ecosystem of cards, and they want to think about the future and how it all coexists together, and I get that. It's important. But it's been a year and a half. We don't have rookie badges. We can't at least have rookie badges. Like, there are valuable collectibles from overminted sets that could be buoyed by badges, and they are slipping further and further into the abyss. J-Rod rookies, Adley rookies, Witt rookies, those are the things that make vaulted products still interesting. It makes these boxes still interesting to break. And if you don't have those badges, it's not. Because when you type in Bobby Witt, when you type in Adley Rutschman, you don't know which one is a rookie card. And so if it's too much to take on Cy Young and MVP and yada yada, then don't do that stuff yet. But debut and rookie, it has taken way too long. And people's assets they're going down because of it. And that hurts Candy too. So when badges, we need them. We got to have badges. It's a no-brainer, and it's taking too long.
And the badges don't need to be on the asset themselves. If they want to re-render those videos, if they want to put them into the asset themselves down the road, then great. But just put it on the website. You know, it just needs to be a small little JPEG of the particular badge that gets flagged to appear only on certain types of assets. And in 5-10 years from now, if they want to go back and re-render everything, they can, but we don't need that, at least not right now. And yeah, don't start with every type of badge. Give us the easy ones, because the players who are in their rookie year or who had a rookie year, that's not going to change. There's really no way for them to mess that up. You just, this asset from this year gets a badge. Yep. It shows up as just the smallest little JPEG underneath the listing. It's such a slam dunk.
It needs to be right in here. It needs to slap you in the face right in here. And then it also needs to be right in here. Like you said, it does not need to be on the asset. I don't think anybody's expecting that. It would have been nice, certainly, but it needs to be in the marketplace where people understand what it is. And if the hold up is, do you give debuts on play of the days and icons, then yes, just do both. It's only 2. Who cares? Like, just do both. Debut play of the day, debut icon. Get it done. We got to have it. We need this, and we need trading. Those are my top 2 asks, and I'm going to yell about them more, but I'll stop now. So that's that. There's a lot moving in the right direction here. Candy has completely shifted their approach this season, and it is for the better. And only time will truly tell where we end up at the end of this season, because none of it matters if we don't get a increase in the user base. But it seems like they are leaning into IRL places to market card shows, games, things of that nature. We need more of it. We need more digital tickets. But overall, the mint counts are decreased. The pack drop volume is decreased. We've got gamification and challenges. This is a much better version of Candy than we saw last year, and I'm excited about that. So there are things that I think are ridiculous that we don't have yet, but overall, I'm excited about the direction of Candy right now. So let's leave it at that, and let's open some packs. What do you say?
I'm ready.
All right.
A little jealous you got to pull that Lego without me a few weeks ago.
I know. Corbin Burns, who's been a bit of a roller coaster so far this year. All right, so what we're going to do is start with break 21, which is play of the day, or sorry, play of the week. 10 play of the week for week 2. Pull this up here. So we got 10 of these bad boys, and let you take a look. Nolan Arenado 300th career home run is the epic, and then the rares are Elvis Andrus 2000th hit and Grayson Rodriguez MLB debut. I would have made the Grayson Rodriguez debut the epic, although who knows, right? Because he could be nobody, and Nolan Arenado is somebody. But all subjective. So we're gonna open these 10 first. Let's get into the randomizer here. Oops. All right. Got to turn, there we go. Got that back on. Okay, so we are at the break part of the show. If anybody just popped in because they were waiting for 8 o'clock, it is time. If you missed the first hour of the show, we just ran through all the new 2023 pack drops as well as the challenges. So be sure to go back and take a look at that if you're interested. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. But here for the play of the week break, we've got Linkster with 1 spot, Quicklime, Tommy Q, Schmave with 2, Worm, Crypto Redneck with 2, 006, and Paul P making out our 10 spots. This is going to be a serial break. So you're going to be randomly assigned a serial, and the serial that your name ends up to after I randomize these names here is not your serial. I'm going to randomize both, and then I'll reorder it. That's how we're going to do this. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got everybody in here. We're going to randomize this 3 times, and then we'll randomize the numbers 3 times as well. Good luck, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
While we were getting this set up, I did just crunch the numbers on what's remaining left in those packs, and just to see what's the most underpulled, which of those big hits we're more likely to find. Currently, the Arenado Epic is still underpulled compared to the original odds. There's still 3 left in packs, and less than 30% of the packs remaining. By my count, we actually have just 209 packs remaining, of which we're opening 10, so it'll be less than 200 after today. And the odds of getting either a rare or an epic currently stand at 1 per about 13 packs. So we're more likely than not to hit a rare today, but of course nothing is guaranteed.
Okay. Good numbers, good data. Father of data. Bringing us what we need. All right. So we've got Worm with 0, Schmave with 1, Crypto Redneck with 2, 006 with 3, Crypto Redneck with 4, Tommy Q with 5, Paul P with 6, Quicklime with 7, Schmave with 8, and Linkster with 9. Those are your serials. We've got 10 play of the week packs to open, and then we're going to do a giveaway after this one. So stick around. All right. 4 packs. Good luck, everybody. Let's do this. Pack number 1.
Such a cool animation.
Yep.
Okay, an uncommon right away is nice.
Yep. Take it. All right. Core first. Yoshida, first career home run. Number 140. Near and dear to my heart. All right, that's going to Worm with a 0. Reminder that it's the last number in the serial that that gets the assignment. So, all right, uncommon. Julio becomes the fastest Mariner to 30 home runs. That's a cool one. Number 62 going to Crypto Redneck. So we got Yoshida Core going to Worm. And J-Rod fastest 30 home run as a Mariner going to Crypto Redneck. All right. Numero 2. Anything Julio is great, Genrex. Agreed. Stash it away. All right, pack number 2. Okay, back-to-back uncommon.
Another uncommon.
We'll take it. We don't hate that. All right, first core. Gleyber Torres, 100th career home run versus Philly. Number 114 going to Crypto Redneck. Crypto Redneck with the 2 spots. And the uncommon, another J-Rod. We'll take it. Number 98 going to Shmave, who also has 2 spots, maybe? Yeah, 2 spots as well. J-Rod fastest to 30 home runs, back-to-back packs. I like Gleyber Torres. I mean, I don't like the Yankees, but I like Gleyber Torres. I keep waiting for him to have a breakout year. He's got a lot of talent. It's going to happen eventually. All right. I just saw that bat flip on Julio. It's pretty awesome. It's a good little moment there. Yeah, Genrex, sneaky solid career. Like, he's a good MLB baseball player, but I think that he's got the ability to be more than that. All right. Pack number 3. Yeah, he is raking in 2023 so far. Off to a hot start. Pack 3, here we go. All right, we're on a little streak here.
It's a mini heater.
Little heater. Core first, another Yoshida home run, number 255 going to Tommy Q. And the uncommon, Schwarber 200th career dinger, number 91 going to Shmave. Another one going to Shmave there. I love Kyle Schwarber. Dude's unreal. He's so much fun to watch. He's one of my favorite one-year Red Sox that has ever been. Really enjoyed having him on the team. He's had a fun career. Seems like a good guy in the clubhouse too. All right. Pack number 4. Three straight uncommons. Let's upgrade. Okay.
4.
So, you know,
I mean, I'm over here mentally preparing myself to not be too disappointed when I see double cores.
Yeah.
And it hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened. Good batch of packs so far. All right, core first. A third Yoshida home run, number 158, going to Shmave. And the uncommon, Yordan Alvarez, 100th career home run versus Detroit, number 151, going to Shmave. It's a Shmave pack. The 1 and the 8. Nice. God, Yordan. That boy can hit. Need Yoshida to pick it back up. Sox don't look bad, though. Sox do not look bad. Chris Sale was vintage Chris Sale last night. 11 strikeouts through 6. What were you going to say, David?
I was going to say, I wish I could say the same about my team, but it's a slow start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we took it to the Angels. All right, here we go.
Five?
It's
5?
It's 5 straight.
And this time the uncommons on the other side?
All right. What did Bacon say? Bacon said FD needs some stats on the chance of pulling one uncommon, one core 4 times in a row. All right.
I mean, I'll get on that, but
core first.
It's not high.
No pressure. It's not high. Bryce Terang, grand slam for first career home run. That's a cool one. Sneaky cool core there. Number 154 going to Crypto Redneck. Crypto Redneck doing nice with his 2 spots so far. And the uncommon. Another Jordan 100th career home run. 2-digit, number 36 going to Paul P. Paul P with his first hit right there. The uncommon Jordan. I think for a truly solid uncommon play, 160 is not a bad min count, you know. It'd be nice if it was closer to 100, but it's not a bad min count. All right. 5 left.
And yeah, we're going to definitely see some uncommons where the post-burn mint count is going to be closer to 100.
For sure.
If not lower.
For sure.
It's just going to depend on the week.
Yeah. All right, 5 to go. 5 to go, and we still got the 3 showstoppers to go.
I'm really invested in these uncommons now.
I know. All right. Pack number 6.
Wow. Keeps going.
How many epic uncut diamond in a row did we hit? Because that was slightly better odds because those were 50-50. But I think we hit 7 in a row. 6, 7 in a row. We're flirting with that on shorter odds.
That streak is still active though, right? We haven't ripped uncut in a while.
Correct. Genrex says 8 in a row. I think it was 8 in a row actually. 8 straight epics. All right, core first. Another Gleyber Torres, number 281, going to Schmave. And the uncommon, another Jordan. Cleaning up on Jordans. Also going to Schmave with the 1, number 61, Jordan uncommon. We got 4 left, so that's 6 straight, and I think it said 14. Oh no, I was wrong. This is a little bit better odds than that. This is a little bit better than a 50-50 to get an uncommon. 14 out of 25. So very, very similar to the epic streak. So let's see if we can match it here.
We'll call it a coin flip.
Yeah, we'll call it a coin flip. See if we can match it. All right, pack number, what did I say? Pack number 7. It is great animation.
Let's go.
Let's go. 7 straight. 7 straight. Gotta appreciate the little things sometimes. All right, core first. Here we go. Another Gleyber Torres. Number 276. Going to Paul P. Core Torres. And an uncommon. Another Jordan. How many Torres Jordan packs have we had? Number 93 going to 006.
It should be noted that going into these pulls, Gleyber Torres was the least likely core to be hit, and Jordan Alvarez was the least likely uncommon to be hit.
We're fine.
So those already had the smallest available pools, dwindling even smaller now.
I think that Jordan 100th career home run is a sneaky good one in these packs. I remember when not that we're calling Jordan Soto quite yet, but like, dude's a stud. And I remember when that 100th career Soto home run came out last year, and it got crazy minted, whereas this is only going to have 160. So it's a cool one. All right. Tree left. Everyone's getting a Jordan Bacon. We made it this far going in order, so I'm gonna stick to it, even though this is the cool number 60. Pack number 8. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
How?
Let's go.
These.
Come on. Come on. We tied it. We tied it, Genrex. 8 in a row. Core first. Another Bryce Terang Grand Slam, number 167, going to Quicklime. QL's first hit. And the uncommon. Another J-Rod. We're hitting the J-Rods and the Jordans. Number 120 going to Worm. Bryce Terang, Salami to Quicklime. And Julio, uncommon to Worm. Okay. 2 to go. 2 to go. Eight straight uncommons. I got you, Turbo King. I got you. Here we go. Pack number 9. Oh.
Okay. All right. It had to happen.
All right. 2 cores. That means the Epic's in the 10th pack. 2 cores here. Another Glaber, number 236. Going to Paul P. Core number 2. Jordan Walker, first career home run. Glad we got one of those. That's a good one in there for sure. Number 59. Going to Linkster. Linkster with Jordan Walker's first career home run. I might have to pick one of those up on secondary myself. All right. Or at least 2 uncommons coming bacon. I hear you. All right. Last one.
Yowzers mentioned it earlier, but the Jordan Walker core is actually at over $9 floor right now.
Is it really?
So someone or several someone's actually went and did a scoop on those.
Had it dipped down into being super low?
Never super low.
Okay.
I want to say like $3 or $4, like out the gate, and then it just kind of lingered and eventually climbed.
Not many. Two sold at 3, 3 sold at 5, and then it's been $8 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, the most recent 10, 15, 12, 12, only 19 for sale. Probably not one that people are super itchy to get rid of. So that's a cool one. Cool one indeed. I might have to grab one. All right. Last play of the week, week number 2 pack. And then we'll jump into the giveaway and then the finale with the Showstoppers. Last pack. I don't know if anybody's getting skunked right now. I don't think so. I think we've hit everybody. Have we hit a 5? I don't know if Tommy's hit anything. Let's hit a 5 here. All right, last pack. Good luck. No rares, man. I mean,
yeah, no rares, no epics.
Too bad
not today.
On an 8 uncommon streak, but would love to see a rare across 10 packs. All right, 2 cores to round it out here. Another Bryce Terang Grand Slam. Nice low digit, number 20, going to Worm. And the last play of the week of the break, another Jordan Walker, also a low serial, number 21. Missed the jersey by 3 there. Number 21 going to Schmave. Schmave having himself a little break here. Cool pack of low serials, number 20 and a number 21. So as far as core goes, we'll take it. It's the little things when it comes to digital collectibles. You gotta appreciate the little things. All right, that's that.
And double check, no skunks. There was a single 5 hit.
There was a 5
on
okay.
a Yoshida core.
All right. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, everything else got pretty well represented.
Okay. I'll throw these all in a showcase real quick. Okay. It's time for a little giveaway. It's time for a little giveaway. So what I'm going to ask for is that if everybody could stop any additional conversation in the chat for just the next 2 minutes here to allow for our entry system, which is going to be hashtag Megapack, MEGAPACK, in the chat, in the live chat, in YouTube. Enter hashtag Megapack, and we're going to give away the 10 spots for the 10 icons in this pack, and each spot will receive an icon. So we're not going to do serials here. We're going to just do a spot equals an icon, and it'll be opened in the order that we randomize it to. Hashtag Megapack. Yes, only enter it one time. I meant to say that as well. You cannot enter more than once. Please do not make FD's life any more difficult than this process already is. Giving away the 10 icons in this mega pack. Put hashtag Megapack in the chat. At the moment, there's not a ton of competition, so make sure you throw it in there for a decent chance here. These have a pretty good epic pull rate. 1 out of 3 packs have an epic. Could hit an Adley, could hit a Wit, could hit a J-Rod. Those are the ones that get in here. Yeah, Genrex, there's no lowercase, uppercase, italics, bold, whatever makes you happy.
Sitting at 14 entrants so far.
All right.
So good odds. Good odds for people to get in on this.
All right, we'll start getting this set up then. All right, looks like we've slowed down here, so I think we got everything we're gonna get. We got 14 people in here. If you're just getting in here by chance and you want to throw in a last second hashtag Megapack, we're giving away the 10 icons in a Megapack right now. I got Quicklime, Izzy, Schlitt, Bacon, Lincoln, Turbo, Billow, Bullwise, Paul, Barry, Isaac, Eric, Genrex, and Brent Marcus. I think we're good. I think we're gonna run it. So I'm gonna randomize this 3 times, and number 0 is going to, actually, we're just gonna do it in order. 0 is number 1, 9 is number 10, deal with it. I'm gonna paste these, I'm gonna randomize it 3 times, I'm gonna paste them. You're gonna see top to bottom, and then I'm gonna open the pack. Icons 1 through 10 will be awarded in the order of the list. All right, 3 times. Good luck. 1, 2, 3. Izzy sneaking in.
Right, you gotta keep 11 on standby for any potential insert.
Correct. Thank you. So Schlitt with the potential number 11 spot there.
How did I spell Christopher wrong?
You were so close. You were so close. You were so close. Let's go, Schlitty. All right. Schlitt on insert watch. Okay. Sorry if you missed the cut there. A couple of you down the bottom, but we got our 10. Let's hit something nice here, huh? Let's hit something nice. Here we go. Got our 2 rares. Let the drama ensue. We got one.
Got the epic.
We got one, and it's going to Izzy. It's going to Izzy, but we don't know what it is yet. Okay. Like I said, in order, top to bottom, left to right. Bacon Stash, uncommon. Trent Grisham, number 919, going to Bacon Stash. Oh, I should have already said this. I recognize almost every name in here, but if you have not broken with us before, we need your email in order to send these to you. So what you need to do is go into the description of the video below, click the link to the Talking Candy Discord server, and then you can send a message to either myself or FD. I'm Mr. Slimfish, David's FD. Send us a message with your email. If you haven't already, with your candy account email, I should say, if you haven't already broken with us already. All right, card number 2 going to Isaac Russell. Uncommon, Frank Schwindel, number 1160. Going to Isaac Russell. All right. Number 3, rare, going to Turbo King Disc Golf. Joey Bart, number 376. Little Giants action there for you, David.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's all right.
Yeah, I know.
He's not Buster Posey 2.0
No,
like
he
we
was
all
supposed
wanted.
to be a little something more than he's been so far. All right, 4th card going to Lincoln. Uncommon, Albert Pujols. All right, nice little collectible there. Number 282, uncommon Pujols, going to Lincoln. 5th card going to Quicklime here. Uncommon Keegan Aiken, number 592 for Quicklime. 6th card going to Eric Wilson. Heimer Candelario, number 643. 4 to go here. Gen Rex with an uncommon Anthony Santander, number 937. Going to Gen Rex. Billow Bank with an uncommon here as well. Tanner Rainey, number 121. Probably not what you were looking for there, but it's a free card. It's a free card. All right. We got a rare and we got an epic here. Rare's going to Paul. Epic's going to Izzy. Here we go. Rare for Paul. Another Frank Schwindel, number 429. Also probably not what you were looking for. But it all comes down to this one right here. Izzy Pender popping in, grabbing an epic. Who's it going to be? Gunnar Henderson.
Gunners. Nice.
Let's go,
hit.
man. Saving the best for last. Epic Gunner number 184 going to Izzy Pender, a.k.a. Istradamus, a.k.a. Sir Izzy, a.k.a. so many other names. Congrats, Izzy. A little Gunner action for you there. Let's take a look at that for a sec. We like this. We like this. What's his floor at? $75 floor on these Gunners right now. Not too bad for a free giveaway. Nice. Good card. All right. That's the giveaway. Let's open some Showstoppers, huh? The moment we've all been waiting for. This has been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster, but we finally filled it. As we talked about at the top of the show, these have gone as high as $300 sales. They're going for about $250 a pack right now. We've got 3 of them to open here, as well as a Matt Olson Epic that's going to be a second chance giveaway to anybody that gets skunked, which we are guaranteed to have at least one skunk with only 9 cards to be pulled here. So whether or not it's a giveaway to that one person or if it's multiple people vying for it, we will find out. So we've also got a lot of 101s we're hoping for, but still a long shot no matter how good the odds are. Let's randomize our spots here. Nope, that was the other one. Here we go.
It is worth noting that these packs are worth a lot more right now than they were when people signed up for this break.
Correct.
So what seemed like maybe a potentially pricey break to join turned out to be a bargain in retrospect
Correct.
versus buying the product outright at the moment.
Yeah, when we were filling this, when we posted this, I think the floor was at around 190 per pack, and now it is not. But we've had a lot of buildup with this, and Tommy Q bought in a big way. Tommy Q's looking for something nice here. But all right, so we've got DC's in the house, who I think this is DC's first break. I think so. Are you in the chat, DC? Thanks for joining. If this is your first one, thanks for joining either way. We got DC, Linkster, Quick Lime, 3 for Tommy Q, 1 for the Jimp, Dark White, 006, who hit the Corbin Burns 1 of 1, and Istradamus, who I think it's Izzy's first break as well. Pretty sure. Couple first timers in here with these exciting packs. Thank you to everybody that jumped in as always. This has been a fun little stream here, so let's go out with a bang. Let's go out with a bang indeed. All right, so as was the case on the first one, gonna randomize this 3 times, then I'll randomize the numbers 3 times, and that will be your serial good luck. 1, 2, and 3.
The Jimp landing in that Lego position. That's the spot to be in.
It doesn't matter though, because we still got to do the numbers.
Oh. You're right. I was getting ahead of myself.
Just a little too excited there, David. Just a little too excited.
I take back everything I said.
Sorry, Jim. Didn't mean to. Who knows? You can still get it. Although it was really dark white in the one spot there. So either way, doesn't matter. Randomizing this
Also
3
true.
times, that will be your cereal.
Reading comprehension, not my strong suit,
we randomized
evidently.
both. We randomized both. Nobody has any position yet. We randomize the names, then we do the numbers. Here we go. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So 1 is the second to last, which means it's going to Tommy Q. There we go.
Okay, yeah, Tommy Q in the Lego position.
Tommy Q in the Lego position.
He paid for 3 spots, so that's a good hit.
Yeah,
good reward.
That's good. We like to see that. So with the 0, we've got Tommy Q with the most desirable number 1 spot, also going to Tommy Q. Number 2 going to DC's in the house. Number 3 going to the Jimp. Number 4 going to Quick Lime. 5 to Linkster. 6 to Dark White. 7 to Tommy Q with his 3rd spot. 8 to Istradamus. And 9 going to 006. Those are your serials. If a collectible ends in your number, you keep that collectible. That's how it works. Good luck. I've been looking forward to this. Let's rip some packs. Here we go. No pack bug. We like that. First pack. Here we go. Okay.
An epic.
Take the epic. Take the epic. Left to right. Rare your. Is that jersey?
I think it is.
Is that jersey? I think it is, right?
Number 44, Jordan Alvarez.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
Right
What a
out the
start.
gate.
What a start. Who's got 4? Quick Lime. Quick Lime with the Jordan Alvarez rare jersey cereal. That's how we start. Let's keep it rolling. Congrats QL. Been here for a minute. All right, rare number 2. Marcus Semien, number 55. We're getting those repeating serials. Who's got 5? Linkster with the Marcus Semien rare. Dude is in fuego right now. Go look at Simeon's last like 5 days. His box score, unreal. He's tearing the cover off the ball.
Yeah, it lines up pretty well with me no longer having him on my fantasy team for Talking Candy.
That's tough.
I took him as an odd man for Royale #1, and he underperformed until it was too late.
Yep. All right, Epic. Gonna be tough to outshadow the Jordan jersey here, but here we go. Here's the Epic. Alex Bregman #3 just missed the jersey, but a single digit nonetheless. What a pack. #3 going to the Jimp. Epic Alex Bregman. Real nice pack here. Jersey Jordan rare. Going to Quick Lime. Marcus Semien rare. Repeating serial, which is always a nice little wrinkle. Going to Linkster. And a single digit #3 Bregman Epic. Going to the Jimp. We will take that for pack #1. 3 people out of
3,
the
4,
mix
5 pack.
Yep, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Look at that Jordan, man. That's what's up. We've pulled some heat out of these packs.
Because his jersey is above 40 as well. That's the only jersey from the set.
Good point. Good point indeed. All right. Pack numero dos. Here we go. All right. Back-to-back
Another
epics.
epic.
We like that. Go right to left this time. Rare #1, Jose Altuve, #70. Going to Tommy Q with that 0. Rare #2, Mookie Betts, #98. Going to Izzy. Rare Mookie. And the Epic. Who we got? Another #3, Aaron Nola. Epic, single digit, #3. The Jimp with 2 Epic #3s in the first 2 packs. Just goes to show you that #1's not always what you're looking for. It just feels like it. Aaron Nola #3. Congrats, Jimp. 2 single digit Epics. What's that leave us with? I think 1, 2, 6, 7, and 9. Is that what we haven't hit yet?
That's what we're missing so far, yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice pack there. Not as good as the first one, but single digit Epic. All right. Third and final pack, and then we will do the Matt Olson Epic Skunk Protection. Here we go. Hey, we'll take 3 Epics. We'll take 3 Epics.
3 for 3 on Epics. No, you can't go right to left or left to right this time.
No, we can't. So you tell me, you want me to start left or right?
Let's start on the left.
Okay. Here we go. Last pack.
Number
Are you kidding me,
1.
dude? Are you kidding me?
These have been fire.
We hit the #1 Yu Darvish rare last time. We hit the the legendary Corbin Burns, and now we hit the #1 rare Corbin Burns, going to Tommy Q, jumping in with his 3 spots, hitting some heat. We've fully opened 9 of these packs, and we've pulled 2 of the 3 Corbin Burns #1s. Let's go.
We still have an Epic left to open from this pack too.
All right, rare #2. Rafi Devers, another repeating. We now have a 44, a 55, and a 66 in this break. Dark white with the 66 Devers. And those are both numbers that we hadn't hit yet, right? So what are we down here to? We've got
279.
279. Okay. Okay. Last card. Bobby Witt. Perfect. Epic, dude. Come on. Let's go.
Straight fire. All 3 packs.
Unreal. Man, that is a hit right there. Bobby Witt, epic, perfect, number 40 going to Tommy Q. This is the Tommy Q pack right here. The number 1 Corbin and the number 40 of 40. Perfect serial, epic Bobby Witt. Tommy Q, have yourself a break. Guess that's what happens when you grab 3 spots out of 10 sometimes. Congrats, Tommy Q. Man.
Tommy did have one of the 3 that whiffed. So he's got that 1 in 3 chance for skunk protection as well.
Jeez, man. Bobby Witt. Perfect. That is pretty. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Link, I nailed the pack shopping on this one. Picked them out especially just for you guys. Had to get the good ones. Man, that is a sharp card. We have pulled some fire out of only 9 packs total across 3 breaks. Crazy, man. Crazy. All right. Time for the final little giveaway here. Second chance, epic Matt Olson. Say it for me one more time. We've got
279.
279. Let me highlight them. 279. Oh, did I just delete that? There you go. All right. All right, like I did it last time, I'm going to put each of you in here twice just to have a little more randomization going on, a little more shuffling and whatnot. Yeah, Link, I'll be your buyer. I'll be the pack broker. Okay. Last piece of the night. Appreciate everybody for being here. I hope you had a good time. We certainly enjoyed ourselves. Last giveaway. Epic Matt Olson. Any parting words,
Before
David?
the send off too, I think we should remind people, if they want to hear about these breaks, join in themselves. Join the Discord. It's in the link below. We don't just announce the breaks. We talk fantasy. We've been hosting a fantasy league where you actually have to own the candy assets to join the fantasy league, and so it just kind of keeps some extra interest, some homegrown gamification of these assets. And so our plan, at least at the moment, is to host a new fantasy league every 3 weeks. And so all that's happening on the Discord. So just make sure you're plugged into that if you want more breaks, more streams, more fantasy, any of that.
For sure. And I also heard a little bird say that there might be a sales bot in there pretty soon. There just might be. So if you're into that sort of thing, we might have that coming. So thanks everybody for being here. Let's do this last second chance giveaway. Sorry to the 2 of you that don't catch it, but let's do this. We're going to randomize it 5 times like we do for the skunk protection. Whoever ends up in the number 1 spot after 5 clicks gets Matt Olson. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 006 was sitting there at the top, so many in a row, and Tommy Q comes in and says, nope, hold my beer. This is my break. I bought 3 spots for a reason, and it worked out according to plan. Congrats, Tommy Q, on your Matt Olson epic to go along with your number 1 Corbin Burns rare and your perfect Bobby Witt epic. We appreciate everybody being here. This has been a Talking Candy break, as well as a hybrid Talking Candy April update. More content to come. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate everybody being here, and we will see you in the next one.